Hey everybody. Oh, it is a lovely Friday and it is so dang warm out. I mean, it's in the 80s here in April that I am actually sweating from just doing a little bit of yard work and being in the sun. It is so cool to uncover what's going on with all of the flower garden beds and the landscaping. I just love discovering what's coming up. This area along the barn I landscaped last summer and put in this hydrangea bush. This is the trellis where the morning glories in honor of Grandma just absolutely bent the whole thing, toppled it. So I'm certain they will seed and come back. They were very aggressive but meaningful. And we've got some bulbs coming up. I'm guessing these are daffodils. Looks like somebody already ate that tulip. I gotta get some deer spray out here. That, I recall that worked last season, so I'm gonna try that again. Another daffodil. These are coming up. I think they are daisies and primrose. And I'm pretty sure these are phlox coming up. And this is Grandma and Grandpa's garden, so we collected flowers from their garden when she passed away and rescued them. And holy cow, so 2 years later, they're red bee balm. I just had planted some in the middle here, and now it is spreading up to the barn wall, all the way out here. These are all bee balm. Lots of bee balm babies just everywhere. Everywhere. Very, very excited. It's exactly what I wanted them to do. I just wanted a very big, like, plume explosion of red blooms and thick bushy bee balm here, and that is exactly what they're starting to do. What's going to happen here? The footprint is starting, and there's more over here. I transplanted some over in this corner here on the other side of the door. I gotta take down the winter wreath. More bulbs coming up, more nibbles. Somebody is really having a heyday with those tulips. And the Reynolds garden, this is a new landscape garden I put in last season. There are hostas all along here. Also notice the Corbel Hutrella are coming up. I have an autumn one with these pretty colors. Really love seeing some color already. Very encouraging that everybody did okay over the winter. I just think this is the darling corner. And of course, Reynolds headstone. A way of spring cleanup, learning a few tricks. I'll share them in case they're handy for other people. And you know, this is just a journal blog, so vlog. I'm really capturing notes for us, if nothing else. So the vole activity, we've got in a lot of places where there was a ton of snowpack. Cute Man, he went through and, Cute Man's my husband, he went through and took the bag attachment on the riding lawnmower, and thought, gosh, if we just rake up some of the turf clumps, the dead turf clumps that they really trashed over the winter, and just tried to suck them up after we rake them, would that work? And it really did. Like, there's no clumps that are loose anymore here. It's just the result of vacuuming it up. It still looks awful, and you can see there's snow mold, but it's in a much better position now. It's clean. The things that could hold down growth have been pulled off, and you can see it's starting to green up already quite a bit. And we had a whole other section out front that had that too, so it was well worth the effort. Really smart, working smarter idea. Along here, we put in mulch last fall to start to scallop and give this some design structure instead of just being kind of nothing. Lovely hydrangea bush here too. Everything's looking really nice. And another thing that we thought of, because we never got around to throwing all the pumpkins away last fall, so we had the gross, moldy, dried out pumpkins now this spring in some of the landscaping. So I just grabbed the tractor and I took a shovel and just shoveled them all in. And I learned that some of them are just completely dried out. They're super light. They were not the sloppy, gross mess that I thought they were gonna be. And it was really easy. So I'm gonna dump these off in the woods somewhere where we don't care if they germ. And we don't want them to confuse things in the garden bed. Other organic matter we would maybe turn into the garden bed, but these I don't really want to have weird varieties of pumpkins popping up in places we don't want them.